Hey guys, Josh Olfert here, back with another video today, and we're gonna do something a little bit different. I just moved into a brand new apartment. No one's ever lived here. It's in downtown, right in the core of my city. I wanna show you guys around, and the funny thing is I am not buying this. I am actually renting it. And you might think, as a financial advisor, why would you choose to burn money by renting? Well, we'll get to that later. If you guys like this stuff, real estate, apartment tours, thinking about all these sorts of things, hit that like button and drop a comment down below. We're gonna be getting into everything. We're gonna be talking about how much I'm paying, is it worth it, why I'm choosing to rent versus buy, but anyways, let's get into it. Well, I'm gonna show you around. This is our spot. First of all, I'll show you the kitchen. This is like a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, and it's plenty of space for me. The kitchen is just kind of, one thing I'm noticing, I love these countertops because you can put everything on them, but like they show all the dirt, so gotta spend a ton of time cleaning, which I don't love. But yeah, kitchen's pretty simple, just kind of like got an island and nice finishings. I love that. I'll show you the fridge. Everybody shows the fridge, right? And it's a bachelor, HelloFresh. That's the key. That's the key to happiness and the key to convenience. Have your meals prepared for you, so you just have to cook them. That was a huge win for me. But I'll show you around the general living room area. For being downtown, there is quite a bit of space. I mean, we got a lot, right? Right now, we actually have our this beautiful furniture here. This is what we're using because there was this certain fungus going around, and for some reason, it's delaying the shipments of furniture. So we're pretty late on that, but we've got this whole area. This is kind of the living room. We've got this, we got the TV mounted at least. We've only been here for about a week or so, and the thing that kills me about this, I wanted to mount this TV myself and took the pride on, I'm gonna get this whole thing up there by myself. Finally got the TV up, and there's cables running down, right? So you wanna run one of these wire strips. But I bought a cable that comes out diagonally. How stupid does that look? Every time I'm sitting there, for the next year, I'm gonna be looking at that thinking, that sucks. But anyways, if it bothers me enough, I'll redo the whole thing. So the selling point for me, obviously, was the floor to ceiling windows. That's kind of always what I wanted. I always dreamt of kind of having this space where, I could just see everything. And I love the view. Like downtown, we can see, there's massive office buildings here. You can see hotels, you can see new buildings being built and all sorts of stuff. So no, that was a huge attraction for me. Like I love the view. I kind of sit up here a little too often and people watch all the silly things that are going on. Below us is called the Hargrave Street Market. What we have is this area where, like, when there's sporting events or whatever, huge crowds congregate down there. There's shows, there's all sorts of stuff. So you can always kind of peer over the edge and see what's going on. So yeah, that's kind of the beauty of the view. And one thing that I wasn't used to as someone who lived, more in the suburbs most of my life, getting used to seeing other people in their offices while you're in your living space. That for me was a little weird, but we're getting used to it. And luckily we're on the furthest side away from those offices, but yeah, still something we're learning. But now this is the master bedroom. This is where I sleep. I got one of these ND mattresses, and I love it. It's my first king bed I've ever had. The first bed where my feet didn't actually lay over the mattress and dangle, so that's huge for me. I can actually be in the bed without having any body part off the bed. That's my nightstand for now. We have no furniture, as you can see. And funny story about that, I actually lost my wallet because that's not a very nice nightstand. I haven't seen my wallet in 3 days. If you see my wallet somewhere in the video, please just hit, some kind of comment. Tell me where it is because I can't find it for the life of me. And if you're wondering why I'm always wearing the same clothes in my videos, this is the clothing I have. I have 6 shirts. I mean, I have suits and professional clothing over here in this closet.
You should wear this one more.
Yeah, that's a good one, hey? Yeah, my girlfriend actually likes that one. But anyways, that's the extent of what my clothing is, so I need to do a whole new wardrobe, as you can tell. It's not very much. And we got just the, regular master bathroom. Love the shower. I'm pretty amped about the fact that they have these nice finishings in the glass and all that sort of thing. So yeah, typical, man's beauty routine. I have soap, push soap and water and a toothbrush. But now I want to show you the thing I think is the coolest thing we have in the whole apartment. So the coolest thing I think that we have is we actually have a Bloomberg Terminal in the apartment. And I'm not sure how much you know about these. This is kind of going down the finance rabbit hole. Bloomberg are insane. You can figure out any single data point you want on anything in finance with one of these things. When you see the Wall Street movies of the guys on these keyboards hammering away with all these screens, that's what this is. This is a Bloomberg, and they are crazy. They are absolutely insane. You can find out the phone numbers of people in Congress. You can find out what the quarterly revenue was for Samsung in 2017 compared to some other crazy ratio. It's nuts. So the funniest thing is when I hear people talking about how they're day trading at home, they have no idea the firepower they're up against. Not to say that, you know, I'm so great or I know all sorts of things, but it's crazy how much data you're fighting against when there's professional traders on the other side, and these things will humble you. So for the most part, that pretty much wraps up the tour, but I'd love to sit down and talk about, you know, the numbers and the decision-making process, because this is, you know, for most people moving into a new place, whether it's a house or you're renting something, it's a big life event. You wanna make sure the finances are right. And for me, yeah, I definitely think we may have stretched the budget a little bit, to be honest, because to a certain extent, I just loved the place and I was willing to increase what I was willing to pay, honestly. At the end of the day, if we take everything all in, we take the price of rent, we take the price of utilities, we take, Winnipeg, Manitoba, where we live, you need to have heated parking. You need to have underground parking. It is the one thing I can't live without because our winters get so bad. So, you know, we have to include the expenses for the heated underground parking. That's a big luxury, it's a big feature, but I had to have it. So all these sorts of things start to rack up. And I would say, you know, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a den, we end up around $2,500 a month. So, you know, for a single person, you're calling it 2,500 bucks. And, you know, for if you want to split it with a roommate or you have, you know, someone else you want to live with, you're looking at $1,250 each kind of thing. And, you know, it's kind of interesting when you think about that, because if you do the math, you could take that monthly payment. With that monthly payment, you could probably afford a $450,000 house, right? So that's something to seriously think about. Where we live, $450,000 is a serious home. Like, that's no small home. So why would I choose to essentially burn money in an apartment versus, you know, actually put a down payment on a house and build some equity and have that, which everybody talks about? And I would say there's 2 primary reasons that I want to talk about. And I would say the first thing is keeping cash on hand, keeping my cash. The second thing is investing money where it's going to have the highest return for me personally. So first thing, keeping the cash, right? What does it mean? Well, if I were to put a down payment on a home, let's say a $400,000 house, and I wanted to do even a 5% down payment or a 10% down payment, that's $20,000 to $40,000 going out of my investment account into a property that might grow at 2%, right? So what I'm doing is I'm taking my investments that could be earning 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or even more potentially on how things are doing. That being said, could also do worse. All of this being said, I'm taking money out of a productive asset like being in the market or being in a real estate investment and plopping it into my personal home where I'm not really gonna get much return on that. I'm not gonna be renting it out. I'm pretty much just gonna be getting the 2% appreciation of the property every year. So for me, you know, keeping my cash, keeping my investments locked in and safe and earning money versus pulling them all out to buy a house, it just seemed like a better option for me. And secondly, I think where my head's at is I'm trying to maximize where I can get the highest ROI, everything included. And what I mean by that, that's very abstract. What I mean is, okay, here's an example. For me, and this isn't really an example, this is what's actually going on. For me, I think that the greatest returns I'm going to see in my life is going to be in building my business and being a more productive person, earning more income and getting more money invested, right? So for me, the idea of plopping myself down out in the suburbs or out somewhere where I'm, you know, buying a home and sitting there for 30 years and letting that accumulate versus moving right downtown 5 minutes from my office where my gym's in my building, my parking is right here, I can have meetings literally by going down the elevator. Every single thing I need to do in terms of work, so much of what I do is centered downtown, right? So being right here maximizes my productivity, it maximizes, or I guess minimizes the time spent commuting and all those sorts of things. So the impact this has had, even just in the few weeks I've been here, on my productivity and on how much time I'm spending at work and how much time I'm, you know, able to save here and there is massive. So although I might be giving up some equity, sure, maybe my rent, you could see it as getting burnt away. But for me, I think it will actually allow me to compound my company better. It might allow me to pursue other ventures that might allow me to save time that I just wouldn't have had before. And for me, you know, wealth isn't just measured in the return or the asset that's going up in value. It's measured in, you know, how much do you enjoy your life, right? And for me, I have found that over and over, not being stuck in that 30-minute commute where I'm bumper to bumper traffic, you know, screaming, getting just super frustrated because I'm stuck and I'm not going anywhere. I don't have that anymore. So it's peace of mind. It's being able to get places quickly. It's being able to do everything I need to do in a very small space. But anyways, guys, that's really the reason why I decided to rent. And if you guys want to hear more about the whole rent versus buy conundrum and have us do a breakdown or a big analysis on should you be renting or should you be buying or is one a waste of money, please hit that thumbs up, drop a comment down below. I would love to have that discussion with you guys. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for spending your time here, and we'll see you guys next time.